Welcome back, everyone, to Salt of the Earth. In our previous episode, our cantankerous ne'er-do-wells were availing themselves of the spoils of good work done well. They helped out a really tall, creepy blind lady to find her dog, which is definitely not a dog, and she gave them some blood for their good efforts and decided while she was already here to curse Marta, who remains cursed. Presently, everything Marta is wearing looks like a very scratchy, improperly fitting burlap sack. Because I figured the death would be too good for her. Sad. So at present, the party is going back into the rebel warren that they found earlier. There are a few choice things here left to discover. What would we like to do? There's a room to the northeast and a room kind of in the dead center that the party has yet to explore. What would we like to do, gang?
I guess flip a coin and decide which direction to go in.
Yeah, I don't really have a great idea of which is more urgent, I suppose.
Someone actually going to flip a coin.
Great. Do it.
Heads left, tails right.
Yeah.
Who flipped the coin? What was the result?
Oh, I thought you said you were flipping a coin.
I don't have any coins.
Okay.
I think I do. One,
How about I flip one?
two. I guess that's tails.
Okay.
So right.
Oh, it works for me. Celerity,
If
you
everyone's
read.
okay with it. Yeah. Wee. Wee.
Perfect. All right, so the party makes their way towards the right. You haven't come across the cenotaphs yet, right?
No.
What?
Creepy room full of graves. You haven't come across that, right?
We have
No.
not.
Right here, I will move you into the creepy room with graves. So this creepy room does not look familiar.
Nope. No, that's new.
Okay, perfect. Inside the chamber are three black stone boxes lined with candles that flicker meagerly in the still air of the cavern. There is a large sheet of vellum atop each stone. A quick ocular pat down reveals that each vellum piece has the same inscription upon it: In Infernal.
What does it say?
As is tradition in Salt, I will post this in the general so that the unwashed masses can actually participate. As is tradition, here is the poem. Whoever wishes to read it aloud.
Would appreciate if that would be someone who is not me, because Roll20 decided it doesn't like my password anymore again.
Oh, that's really annoying.
Forge, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, Roll20. Who wants to read it?
Yeah,
Well, I immediately see the.
We do not want Celerity using their speaking voice, so. Who dares engage in elocution? Who dares?
Okay. Let me see. I'll read it. Wait, where is it? Oh, there. Okay. Marta reads. There is an indolence in grief which will not even seek relief. What is the toil or care or pain the heart cannot sustain? Enough if struggling can create a change or color in our fate. But where's the spirit that can cope with listless suffering when hope, the last of misery's allies, sickens of its sweet self and dies? with a little flourish because she's still feeling depressed.
That's
Wait, why is she depressed?
Burlap.
Oh, because of the burlap sacks. Never mind. I remember now. I was like, what you have to be sad? Oh, never mind.
I imagine this poem doesn't help the grief.
Yeah, it's a bit dark.
There is a small alcove to the west that is also lit by candles. Do we wish to go over there?
Yeah, on the way there, I want to see if I can read the names on these graves.
They are unmarked.
Mm.
Ew.
Now, do you want to? It looks like they open, and it looks like they've been opened quite a lot. There's a rub pattern upon the little grips on the lid.
Well, that is gross. So Sky is going to be grossed out for a moment while I do the stupid authentication thing for my Forge password. I'll be right back.
I guess let's check out that alcove first and then open the unmarked graves.
Excellent choice. You make your way over to the western alcove, and you see a stone box with a crystal lid. The interior. Oh, actually, well, the lid is faintly ajar, and there is a plaque on every side of the box that says the following in Infernal.
That says what in Infernal?
The following. It would be funny if I just make it say the following, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh, okay, that's follow. That's what it is. Those that rule with an iron hand take the dreams from people's brows and dash them on the rocks. But the rocks remember, and the people doubly so.
All right.
This sounds
All right.
familiar.
Now, you notice that the lid is faintly ajar. Do you wish to be super brave and open it?
Oh yeah, but before opening it, Celerity is gonna be like, just say to their companions, I mean, there were 3 graves, and this poem is making me think, are these like graves related to the 3 whatchamacallits? The 3 rulers, maybe? Then opens the box.
You were instantly slain. Okay, actually, the interior of the box is a single uniform mirror that fills the entirety of the coffin in one fell piece. So imagine like like a bathtub shape like that, but it is one solid mirror.
Ooh, interesting. What do I see when I look in the mirror?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Then.
You simply see that which has been taken from you by force. What do you see?
Yeah. I mean, first and foremost, their wife and child. I think that counts because they did not leave voluntarily. Are doing everything in their power to get back. And I think in addition to that, this would probably be a lot of very vague imagery, but they were either abandoned or lost or given up or something as a child. They were adopted. They have no idea what happened to their parents. So I think they just see maybe like vague, shadowy outlines of imagined figures because they do not have an active memory of their original family that was taken from them.
Read your PMs. Now, does anyone else want to look inside the spooky bathtub coffin mirror?
Well, I guess I'll take a look. Oh wait, no, I think Volta spoke up.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Volta.
No, go ahead.
No.
She's not gonna investigate. I was gonna go look at one of the coffin.
All right. Well, then Marta will look into the spooky coffin. What is it? Spooky coffin sewage water or something?
All right, so are you going to look inside the ivory coffin with the bathtub mirror finish in the interior?
Oh, yes. Marta is going to look inside.
Make a wisdom saving throw. And this is where the party dies.
Is this,
And
do I roll with advantage or
no, it's just
normal?
flat. It's
Normal?
normal. It's normale.
Okay. Did it roll? Oh, there we go.
You got a 19.
Yes, I see.
You look into the bathtub coffin and you see something taken from you by force. And no, you cannot pick your fucking fashion sense. Actually, it does. It actually just replays that scene again of you being cursed. like immediately. I just.
That's why I didn't want to look at this thing. Okay. Well, then Marta does see, I mean, it's not her fashion, but her previous career and how it was taken from her by the man that she worked for many, many years. All her designs, everything gone because he took it. And she sees the moment that she finally realized what was happening.
Oh, cool. Is anyone else being nosy and watching this imagery? The entire party just Les Miserables peeking over her shoulder, going, "Ooh, what's this?" So if no one else is.
To the party, whoever hasn't looked yet, in a kind of grim voice, it is intense, but I guess useful information.
Well, what did you see?
I saw my family. Get the fuck. Sorry, I was getting food and my cat tried to run out the door. Anyway, yes, I saw my family. My birth family. I don't even know what they looked like, much less what happened to them. But and then they just shake their head and offer the mirror to someone else.
That seems very trying. I think I'll be good. So she won't look in.
Smart woman. Okay, so I imagine we want to go investigate the rest of the cenotaphs.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And I imagine when we get back, maybe Sky will want to revisit the bathtub of childhood trauma. So we head back. We head back into the main room, and you have the three coffins lying here. You can see that there's kind of a hinge on one side for it to be lifted up, and it's been used rather prolifically. What would we like to do?
Do the so in the image on the map, it looks like it's that kind of grave that has like a carved figure on top, like in Lord of the Rings when there's that like flash forward to Aragorn's grave thing.
Yeah, it's very, it's
That-
very maximalist. It looks like that. It's a depiction of a kind of prototypical looking Patali, chartreuse skin, horns, long flowing hair, and dreads with golden bands. And each of the figures is holding a sword across the front of their chest. But the sword is stone. It's not actually a sword.
If you want
Sorry,
to
the
join
sword is
Sky,
what?
What?
Sorry, the sword is what?
Made of stone. It's not a real sword. It's
Made.
a representation. This is a Magritte moment. It's a depiction of the sword.
Gotcha.
Oh, interesting. I'm here. If you want to punish Sky for missing stuff, please do so in the funniest way possible.
I'm going to curse you with the most horrifying thing that can happen to a person. You now have combination skin.
Oh, I
That-
see we have a second poem. Oh, that's gruesome. Okay.
All right. Who wants to? Maybe Sky was in their head. Does anyone want to snap Sky back to reality and tell them what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Sky's freaked out by the graves right now. Go on.
to update, Celerity and Marta both looked in. We saw something that was taken from us by force. For Celerity, they saw their wife and child, and then their original birth family, which is interesting because they were adopted as an infant. They have zero memory of this, so this is new information that this mirror gave them.
Interesting.
Are we going to look into the bathtub of childhood trauma, Sky?
Absolutely fucking not. Sky knows what he's about.
So we have two impulsive people and two unimpulsive people. This is why the 4-person party system works. So anyway, we're back to the main room. We are now examining the cenotaphs. What would we like to do? It is as it appears on the map, beat for beat.
Well, I'm going to ask one of the people who was just traumatized how they feel we should proceed.
So have we looked inside the coffins yet?
Not yet. Before we open the coffins, though, because that's where this is headed, unless anyone has any objections, do the representations on the grave, you said it was like a prototypical Patali, in two things. One, Ian, remind me, the Patali this is the general populace species or the ruling class species?
It looks like a laborer, and you've seen plenty of laborers around here. They have a very particular build. You don't know what the warrior, merchant, or priest class look like, so that's your only context. They look like the Patali that you've seen around here. So you reach the conclusion that they are probably depictions of the laborer caste.
Gotcha. And they're depicted with swords. Are they, and maybe this is some kind of, I don't know, insider history check, the way they're depicted with like clothing and ornamentations, is there any of that might tell us more about who these people are? Because this seems like a very intricate burial for simple laborers. Like, were these royalty, or maybe these were martyrs, or what have you?
You've noticed that the Patali laborers around the area wear an interior pantaloon and then basically wear chaps on the exterior to kind of protect their pants. These depictions are missing the exterior chaps. They are only wearing their pantaloons.
Odd. Not that odd, though, I guess. How old does this artwork look?
Investigation. Give me something and I'll give you some answers.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Size and exposition dump. So, based on kind of the wear and tear of the statuary in the area, the growth of lichen and other things in the area, and the fact that this place seems to have been buried and only recently uncovered by some kind of collapse of the soil work, you determined that this was probably sealed up around the time this plane of existence was brought into this reality, which was about 812 years ago. So this has been here for quite some time.
Holy fuck.
Mm.
Any other checks from anyone? Is anyone a bad enough dude to open up the fucking the creepy fucking tombs?
I will. I'll start with the most southern one.
Okay, so I don't want you to read into this. How do you open it?
I figured these are like your usual stone sarcophagi, and you just kind of push them to open them up.
You actually give it a bit of an ocular pat down and see that there is kind of a grip on the left side, and that there are kind of a cantilever on the other side. It seems that it has a lid. And if you open it up, it'll be braced and propped open, like a car hood almost.
The last part, I was talking to a member real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. It opens like a car hood, essentially. It's got an action on the other side to open it. You can see kind of gears on the right side that prop it open. It seems it opens from the left and then stays in place until the mechanism is released. So it looks like it's designed to be opened for some odd reason.
Okay. Then I'll check the mechanism, look for like a lever or something, and open it with that instead.
You find a release on the southern end, click it, and the sarcophagus opens, and there is a faint trail of dust that falls into the air, and as you look into the interior of the sarcophagus, it is filled with some kind of darkened ash.
Darkened what?
Ash. Also, Volta, with your particular paladin powers, you notice one thing about this area, and I will DM it to you.
Okay.
You said it was filled with ash?
Correct.
I think you cut out.
Yeah.
Ash. It is filled with ash. Like Ash
Yeah,
Ketchum.
just
It is
making
filled
sure.
with Ash Ketchum.
Oh no. What's left of them. So these tombs are consecrated.
Oh.
And I'll very lightly brush my hands along the ash, trying to feel for anything.
The ash is also consecrated.
Okay.
Is there a body under that ash? Or is the
That's what
ash the body?
Yeah, I'm putting my hand down into the ash very carefully, like brushing my fingers along it, just trying to find any objects under the ash or a false bottom or anything.
It's just full of
Okay.
ash. It's about 3 feet deep, full of ash.
Celerity will try to help that along and cast elementalism, beckon air, not strong enough to blow anything out of the coffin, but enough to like, you know, disperse the ash around the coffin so it's easier to see what is where.
Oh my god. So, yeah, you do that, and the ash just goes in the air and starts to kind of fall everywhere, and there's nothing else in the sarcophagus. It's just ash.
I said I just pushed it around the coffin. I did not take any out.
Look, it's ash, buddy. It's going to go places you don't want it to go.
That's fair.
But it's not as bad as it otherwise would have been.
I believe that these are the ashes of somebody here. I was just trying to check that this wasn't that there wasn't more to this. And I'll go check the next coffin, release the mechanism, take a look inside, see if it's just ash again.
It is just ash again.
And same thing with the top one.
Also ash.
Okay.
So if
then
it's
I'm curious why instead of being sealed to keep this ash in, that there's a mechanism for it to open and close.
yeah, I'm wondering like is this ash all because this seems like a lot of ash for one body. Because in
Well, it's
reality, when you do
Patali.
cremate something, you lose a lot of mass. So are people maybe like leaving burnt offerings in the coffins?
Well, I'm making a religion check to see, but also if it is Patali, I'll use an inspiration. If they are Patali, then that they are such large beings.
So after
Fire.
after cremation, there's only about 4 to 6 pounds of a person left, and each of these sarcophagi have about as much space in them to hold about 200 to 300 pounds, and they're all full.
Yeah.
With your religion check, you determine that the reason there's a latch on this is because they had to keep dumping people's cremated ashes into these sarcophagi because of the frequency of cremating people, and this is where they buried their honored dead. And yeah, you're all covered in people.
With that knowledge,
Oh
how
wait,
do
one quick thing. Lilith, you can actually keep your inspiration because you already passed. So why don't you let me tell you if you succeed before you decide to burn it? You can take that one.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where I've got so much inspiration. Like that was 10. I'm like, I might as well use it just in case like there's more to add.
You're fine. With the 15, that was the limit of what you could experience. The DC was like 12. You're fine.
Okay.
All right, Matthew McConaughey.
Okay. I was wondering, I thought what was it? Oh yeah, are there any with that knowledge, which I assume Volta shared,
Yeah,
is
I
there
just did, so.
Is there any
I'll add that it looks like people were just added over and over. Thus why it seemed to be open and closed.
Okay, so operating on
Right
that
back.
knowledge, Celerity is going to look at the depictions on top of the coffins to see if there are any, differences between what is depicted, to see if, I don't know, they can glean any insight on, is there a designation of who goes where, essentially?
Go ahead and give me investigation or whatever you think is appropriate to make that
Ooh.
conclusion.
I was hoping insight, kind of getting a vibe check on the depictions, from their clothes or ornamentation. Does it look like this is laborers, or well, I guess that would be investigation. Yeah, never mind. I might roll well.
You can do history.
Ooh.
I'll stick with
Maggie?
investigation, because surprisingly I did roll well.
Wow, that's what an uncharacteristically Luan thing to do. This is very strange.
Just so we have more tries at things.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that did not go well.
No, it did not.
So so tell me, has Celerity ever fought against a guerrilla army?
Oh, a guerrilla army. I don't know that I would love to say yes. I just not a. I'll say this: not a true army, like what I assume Volta has fought, but maybe because they worked as basically a security guard.
Paramilitary forces, guerrilla forces, asymmetric warfare, anything like that?
I think maybe less of an army, but maybe a smaller contingent of people using guerrilla tactics. If that makes sense. But I don't think I could rightfully say that with the backstory I've given Celerity, they would have fought in a military setting. So,
based on what you can tell off of their garment and ornamentations and stuff, it seems to be a hodgepodge collection of various kits. They seem to be guerrillas, maybe rebels of some fashion. The kit seems to be drawn from various military cultures and outfits, which gives you the kind of belief that the people who are interred here were rebels, and that this is where they laid down their dead who died for the cause, whatever that might be.
They were what? Oh, rebels. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Holy shit, rebelling against what? Guy says that part aloud.
Anyone want to comment on the rebellion?
No. I think Celerity will look to Volta before offering any suggestions, just assuming that the military paladin might have a better idea.
Can I get a roll for that?
Yeah. I'll let you do religion as a weird riff on your military training if you'd like, or whatever you think's appropriate.
Okay. I think history would be. I think they'll use my inspiration.
Hell yeah.
Yo.
Sweet baby Bahamut. 8 tons, 60 pounds, baby Bahamut. All right, so Volta, what exactly did you want to? Did you just go over the kind of facts that were listed to you and try to give it your own spin? I'll allow you to riff on it. The basic conclusion is that they were most decidedly rebels. And considering what you've seen around here, they were probably rebelling against the regime, the monarchy that a lot of you, especially one of you, has had some particular interactions with.
Okay. So by the ones you mean that we've had particular interactions with, you mean the Patali?
The ancient regime, you actually met one of their monarchs last time, the Empress Genevieve. There's the Emperor Parsifal, the Empress Genevieve, and the Empress Antoinette.
Okay, I'm just making sure it was that race of people. Hold on. I'll just repeat all that information because I need to go check a car that honked.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So Volta basically reiterates everything that it seems that they are rebels against the very regime that rules over this particular demiplane. And it seems they lost a lot of people in the fight. And when they died, they brought him here and they placed him in this sarcophagi. So it seems that this little warren that you're in right now is a rebel warren.
What else is there around that we haven't looked at? Anything?
Not terribly in this room, but you haven't explored the northern part of the cave or the northeastern part of the cave.
Marta would like to go to the let's see here, northeastern part of the cave and see what's happening over there. What's happening over there?
Is anyone going to perhaps assist our hapless bard in their quest?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. That's history, I guess. Again?
No, you just have to walk over to the northeast part. That's all she's doing.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will do that.
All right, perfect.
Boop.
Oh my gosh. Apparently it was a movie or a show everybody's watching.
You had to check. So the party makes her way to the northeast, and you find yourselves in a particular space. There are 6 kind of sconces carved into the center of the room with various statuettes on them. 4 of the 6 statuettes, actually, I'm going to make it 5 of the 6 statuettes have been destroyed, and the only thing that's left is the plinth on 5 of them, on all 6 of them, where it states what it is dedicated to. I will place this in the chat. This is all one infernal, as it pretty much always is. Volta, you immediately clock that this particular area is consecrated ground, and it's been consecrated for an extremely long time. There's a kind of deep ancient magic to this place that's unlike everything else that you've seen here, which has been rather youthful.
Well, we should be very respectful here.
The only plinth, the only one that actually has something left on it is the one dedicated to Pethans, which seems to be some kind of god of law, death, and honor. There is a large scythe made of stone delicately floating above the plinth, and that there is a small box in front of it, and a notation in Infernal.
I'll take a look at that.
When you say floating, do you mean like literally floating, suspended in air, or just like positioned?
Literally floating in the air.
Gotcha.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I
And
think let's let the paladin take a crack at it.
there is a small notation underneath it. And I have to, hold on a second. And the following is beneath it in Infernal. To those who wish to tithe to the Lord of Deeds, give tales as you need. Now, there is a small brass box in front of the floating scythe. And you can see that adjacent to it is a small inkwell, a mechanical pen, and a very large stack of thin strips of paper.
Okay. I'll kneel down before it, kind of bow my head respectfully, and then I'll take up a quill and a paper, make sure, the ink works, and write out a story of when Volta, despite being in this legion of demons and them invading this world, where she turned on another demon to save a small family of siblings.
Hmm.
And how that, makes up a little for her mistakes, but it was one moment of light that she can look to and hope that it shows that some part of her is redeemable.
And what do you do with that little story that you just wrote?
After I write it out, I'll check the copper box, see if I can open it or if there's a slit to put it in.
There is a slit on the top.
Okay. After folding it up, I will slip it inside and set the quill down.
After you slip the piece of paper into the box, the scythe begins to glow. You see faint motes of light emerge from the scythe, growing larger and larger and larger until they light upon your chest and you are bathed in a golden glow. You can feel the faint warmth like that from a distant star bathing over you. You get a vision. I just scroll up to see where the hell this goddamn vision begins. You see a vision of a creature clad in full plate. Its armor polished mirror smooth, not an inch of its flesh revealed, slumbering beneath what seems to be, and you seem to almost intuitively know, a fig tree. You can see the creature is surrounded by a courtyard, but the architecture is unfamiliar. It doesn't look like anything you've seen around here. It doesn't look like something made by the ancient regime, and it doesn't look like something made by the Batali. And the vision disappears. And then, what are you doing with your hands in this particular moment?
Putting them together in a prayer motion, hands flat together.
A scroll of silk falls in your hand, written in Infernal. I have PM'd you what it says.
Okay. After reading it, she will kind of hold it aloft, bow her head respectfully before then putting it away into her bag and standing back up.
When you actually finish reading the note, it disappears into a puff of smoke, and you can feel the weight of it vanish from your grasp. But as the smoke clears, there is something else in your hand, which I have added to your inventory.
Okay.
Assuming that I can actually get this dumb thing to work. There we go. And it should be in your... Yeah, there we go. I will PM you what it's called. Now, what do you do with the item that has been placed in your hand? It's a small wooden disc about 2 inches wide with 2 faces. And I've PM'd you what it's called. It's actually in your inventory right now.
Okay.
Also, you intuitively know what it does as soon as it grasps and falls within your reach. Also, you know intuitively what the object does.
Okay. Well, this is quite the useful little coin. And I'll not really go to explain it. I'll just kind of, analyze it, look at both sides carefully, and then place it into my bag. Or really like a pouch on my belt, really.
Okay. Does anyone else wish to pray at the statue of Pethans?
I found this experience to be interesting. I've been given guidance.
Or does anyone wish to pray to perhaps one of the other of the 6 gods?
I think Marta would not mind praying to Fallen Bow.
Huh?
So,
How do you construct your prayer to Folenbow, the god of art, mirth, and the other?
okay. Well, she gathers the burlap sack tightly around her waist as she kind of walks over there, looking at it. So when you say art and mirth, can you explain that, or does Marta already know a little bit about this, or is there any further explanation as to like what this one is?
It is a sextet of foreign gods, and the only thing you have is a plaque in Infernal saying the god's name and apparently what their dominions are. All 3 of them.
I see. All right. Well, she's gonna go ahead and just drop and say a little prayer, and she's gonna do it pretty emotionally. And I think that's what she's gonna do.
What are you going to roll for your prayer?
I am going to roll.
You may roll a skill check,
Okay.
or you may roll a D100. And if the D100 rolls below your level, or at your level, which is currently 5, it succeeds. Your call.
Okay. Which one is the D100? I see it right there. Okay, I'll roll the D100. Okay.
Deafening silence.
Did you say just silence?
Yeah, just nothingness. You feel like an absence, a cold, callous void. Nothing.
Okay, well, Marta feels very alone right now and takes a step back and goes back to her existence, I suppose.
Does anyone else wish to pray to one of the sextet?
Sky, will give this a shot.
A skill check or a D100? It's your call.
I was gonna say skill check for Mariki.
Go ahead. You may roll with advantage.
Alright, what am I rolling?
How do you want to contact the god?
Alright. The only idea Sky has, just Because why not? To kneel at the altar and clear his mind like meditation in a way he's rarely able to even do. All but for the pain. He's simply awash with agony. If that violates the pact, I have another idea, but I prefer that one.
Okay. Why don't you give me a D100 roll, and if you get a 20 or below, we'll see what happens.
Okay. Never mind.
Deafening silence.
He stands up, looking slightly relieved.
Celerity, would you like to contact one of the sextet, or are you good?
Yeah, Celerity, after kind of deliberating, is gonna nervously kneel in front of the Belfan plinth, and in their prayer say, I don't know much, and this isn't really my wheelhouse, but I need to know how to get home. I need to know how to get back to my family, and failing that, I need to know how they're doing. You seem to be the one to talk to about that.
Give me a D100, and if you get a 40 or below.
Come on. Come on, Luon rolls. 63.
Deafening silence. Now, does Celerity perhaps wish to try again with a different divine?
Like at a different plinth?
I will bear in mind that there is only one plinth that is actually left standing, and it is the one to the god Pethans.
Well, that's the only one that's gotten a response so far. So, let's try that one.
Same deal, but you can roll twice. 40 or below.
Here's roll 1. Ooh. 49. Mother bitch. 70.
You can burn inspiration on these, by the way, if you wish.
Yeah, I've got at least 2, so let's burn one of those. It's not meant to be.
Silence. With your final entreaty to Pethans, the scythe begins to crack and crumble and falls to ash. Silence.
Oh god, did I do...
Oh shit.
Celerity looks to Volta and It's just me. Did I do something? Can I fix this? What the fuck's going on? Hello?
Silence permeates the room. Does anyone wish to perhaps console Celerity upon the fact that they seemingly have destroyed an ancient plinth?
Sorry, I was muted.
Sky.
Did you do it the way I did?
Okay. Celerity will try writing their prayer down, but also add on to the end because it's they're not big on what is the domain? Yeah, they're not big on law, but they add like on my honor, I will get back to my family and put that in the box.
Here, 1 minute. Roll that D100. Oh,
11.
oh my God. You get a vision of a bridge flanking a river, shattered into stone, stone melted by flame. A single boat, and in the distance, a great mountain rising from the sea like a terror. You look upon the mountain, and you know one thing is true. That is where you need to be. Now, Volta, for
Damn vision of the boat in the mountain.
you, you recognize that this area used to be consecrated. But after whatever Celerity has done, the holy magic has left this place. It is now a null void.
Is that for the whole room
Correct.
or just that statue?
A whole room.
It's what was what the presence was here is left now. I'm afraid we probably won't get any more answers.
God. You said the scythe crumbled?
Yes.
Celerity. Oh, it only lasts an hour. Dang it. Well, maybe not fully understanding this power of elementalism yet, because I think it's a little new. They're gonna use sculpt element. You can cause dirt, sand, blob, fire, water, whatever. That can fit into a 1-foot cube to assume a crude shape. And they're just gonna try and do as many cubes as possible to it only lasts for an hour, so I guess just temporarily reassemble that relic.
At your first attempt, the ash resists your magic and remains inert.
Well, Literally is probably almost as depressed as Marta at this point.
Well,
Sky. Oh, go ahead.
you things they tried their best. This is okay.
All right, gang, we are filled with images of a journey to the north. Do we wish to depart? Is there something else we wish to scrutinize?
Is there anything else in here? What's on that altar? Or is that an altar? I don't know.
That's a vague representation of the 6 altars that are in here. It was tough to find a map that fit, and this one got as close as I possibly could.
I see.
None of you tried to consult. Let me double check here. None of you tried to consult the god Hamal or the god Gyarados. That's about it.
Sky does not have any. You know what? Sure. Sky will turn to Hamal. Oh shit! You know what? Okay, Sky might be too intelligent for this move, but I think it's super in character. I'm gonna DM you real quick.
I like where this is going.
Really bold move to like try to booty call the god of consequences. Show me what you got. Let's see what we got here.
One track mind, buddy. It's also not terribly unlikely.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. You asked this question,
Okay.
and appearing before the party, you see the image of a tall, red-skinned fiend with horns that curl around the back of its neck. It's clad in virulently black armor, festooned with images of torture and torment. It holds a singular staff in one hand and a shield which has a Rakshasa's face sewn into the front of it.
Ooh.
This creature, the face of a Rakshasa.
Okay.
It looks down at you and goes, "Ah, it has been much time since someone has brought me to this place.
Shit.
Do you wish to make a deal? And before you ask, the answer to your question is no." As he says this, the creature brings its hands to its face, licks its hand, and uses the saliva to slick its hair back. It then, it then proceeds to stare at the rest of you and go, "It has been much time since I have been brought to this dread realm, and it has been many ages since one has tried to engage my services. How can I be of assistance?"
Sky, what did you ask?
Yes, to what?
The creature looks at Marta when she says this and goes, "Gentlemen, doesn't kiss and tell." No, please. I only have eternity to wait. Nothing yet has slain me. A deal? Perhaps a speech? Or would you like some semblance of consequence? I met those out quite a lot.
Well, now's as decent time as any for Sky to come clean, and he just says, "I'm here for package delivery, so I asked if the esteemed Hamal of deals and oration and consequences might be the recipient of that package."
The answer is still no.
Wait, what'd you say?
The answer is still no.
Right. Have a nice day.
Is that all? You don't want to maybe do some trades or hear a story?
Oh, see, I already have a benefactor I'm involved with.
I can smell it on you, warlock. You reek of the far realms. I used to be like you, in another life, in another place. I made deals. I bartered. I cajoled. I traded. I stole. I sold people for scrap. I betrayed my own brethren. I killed my own patron. And look at me now. There's a lot that could be done with a little bit of, what do they say? Elbow grease.
You don't have Sky's attention. Wait, you killed your patron?
Of course.
Is that how you became what you are now?
It's been a very long time since someone's asked me that question.
I'm really sorry, man. The voice is really cool for the character, but I cannot understand most of what you're saying.
I come from another time and another place, along with my 5 brothers, sisters, and assorted others. Marakai can never make up their mind. Ever. You'll have to excuse me. It's been a very long time since I've spoken to someone face to face. Now I'm feeling a bit charitable. Do you have anything to ask me? And I'll give it to you. Oh, what's that thing that people say? With a bit of a discount. A 5-finger discount. It'll be free. Roll me a d4. Three questions. And remember, I have my ear to a lot of things. And I will answer truthfully. I swear upon... Oh, there's nothing bigger than me. Oh, I swear on myself. 3 honest answers. Now remember, I don't know everything.
Do you know what my co-inmates and I must do to go home?
I'm gonna give that to you as a freebie because I think you've. He kind of leans in a little bit and takes a deep breath. He goes, the truth of that is already on you. You already know. I'll still give you the rest of your 3. He takes out a small jar of some kind of thick brown paste that's faintly aerated and starts to eat it by scooping his finger into it and kind of rubbing it on his gums. Oh, that is the spot. I haven't had this in. It's been a while. Now, please, ask me something new. I can tell that you've been kind of spinning in circles.
I'm sorry, what did you say? In circles?
He said you've been spinning in circles. Ask me something fresh and new. I've seen a lot in this life and others.
Can you help me? Marta says, like gesturing.
It leans
She's
forward.
going like all in. What?
It leans forward and kind of looks you up and down and leans back and goes, "No, I don't think I will. I can tell that you don't like it."
You're beholden to someone else then.
I'm beholden to what, Fallenbow would say this all the time. The bit? It's funny. I'm not going to ruin the bit.
Marta just huffs and crosses her arms again.
It actually leans forward and gives a whisper that only you can hear, and it tells you, "You're not an autumn."
Oh my god!
It just doesn't look good on you. These browns, these yellows, these golds. Whoever cursed you, genius. Now, please, and to the one that I made the deal to, what is your name?
Sky.
It extends out a taloned, fiendish hand. I am Hamal, Lord of Deals, Oration, and Consequences. Now, please, we have a deal, and I'm feeling charitable. Ask me something good. And I mean really, really good. Because it's been a long time.
Sky is going to take one quick glance around at Volta and Celerity just to make sure they aren't like chomping at the bit for a question before he goes ahead.
Hamal is going to look at the lot of you and go, "Just have your huddle, figure it out, and then come back to me. I'll just continue to eat. I mean, I'm eternal. I have time. I don't think you do." It begins to, it summons a loaf of rye bread and begins to spread the paste on the bread as it starts to eat it and just waits for the lot of it to finish.
Great. Okay, huddle time. Does anyone have any burning questions they want to ask it? Because if they don't, I know what I want to ask, but I assure you it's not important.
Does he seem desperate to get us to ask him questions, or?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure I'm reading that right.
He actually stops eating and goes, "No, I'm not. I'm rather bored. I mean, I can just go back to where I came from, you know. And, oh my. Oh, that rye is excellent." He continues to eat a snack.
Can I insight check the big, horny god?
Give me a DC 22 intelligence saving throw.
I would also like to do that.
Give me a DC 22 intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I literally cannot make this. A 21 is the highest I can roll with a nat 20.
What?
So, Ian, tell me what the fuck that
Well, and that 20 is an auto pass, so what the fuck? What the fuck, what?
I don't know.
The one you cut through the bullshit. I mean, Celerity, my excuse. I didn't mean to dead name you. Celerity, you cut through Hamal's bullshit and realize that this guy is actually legitimately very, very bored. And he will be
Yeah.
more than pleased to info dump on you if you ask the right questions. He hasn't been summoned in a very long time, and he is having the time of his life. Sky, you've noticed nothing. You also take 4d6 psychic damage for trying to scrutinize a god.
How do I
16.
apply damage again?
Just do -16 to your HP. So click on the left side, do -16, and it'll auto apply it. Wait, you're a gulag. You're resistant to psychic damage, so that's -8 for you.
Wait, what?
You're a gulag. You're resistant to psychic damage, so that's -8 for you.
Great.
All right, you can go back to your huddle. Hamal continues to eat. I'm really glad no one tried to scrutinize what he's eating. He continues to eat his food, and you're welcome to go back to your huddle because he seems to have lost interest in snooping it.
Great. As we're in the huddle, since he can clearly hear us, Celerity is gonna say, just out loud, to the group. I mean, we could ask him about that temple in the north, and with the boat and all that I keep seeing in the visions. To see if I can, like, get him to voluntarily info dump without actually asking a question yet.
That sounds great. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, I don't know much about that temple or why you're having visions of it. I wonder if he knows anything about it.
Yeah, if he's been gone so long, he's probably pretty ignorant about the world. I probably shouldn't try to go to God. Too late.
That's why.
Oh no,
unless-
I've gotten a DM.
Well, that's why. This guy's being completely sincere here. That's why, unless you guys had any more pressing subjects, I was just going to ask him something simple and whimsical to give him a little enrichment because, well, as you said, he wouldn't know much. This guy's being 100% serious here.
Have we? What are we doing, gang? He continues to eat his hors d'oeuvres as he waits.
Okay. So I have to actually ask him these questions.
Yeah, but you should probably settle on 3 first before you go over there and, ruin it.
Okay, so first, perhaps the first one will be about the temple, but we'll follow it up with something whimsical and fun. Or maybe we'll finish something with something whimsical and fun. But the first shall be about the temple. Guessing that's no input from Marta?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that sounds like a good idea. Maybe we could ask, if we want to go with whimsy, we can ask him about, like, I don't know what his favorite foods in this plane are.
Perhaps. Well, I was thinking of asking what a raven has in common with a writing desk, but actually, perhaps he'd have more fun if we
As you
asked
say
what
this,
his
As you say that aloud, he stops eating the snack and goes, "They both make notes." And then he goes back to eating.
That did not count as a question, right? Because
Yeah, we did not
No.
directly ask you. That does not count.
He stops chewing and looks, "Look, I'm lawful evil. Clearly was not directed at me. Even I can't bend this."
I sincerely apologize. There was something loud going on, so I got the lawful evil part. I did not get the part where that did or did not count.
It did not count.
Great.
It didn't, as you look over and see that Hamal has summoned a table and has actually started to heavily eat buttered lobster.
Great. First non-vegetarian we've met here.
And they're pure evil. Think about that.
Well, you know what? Instead of the Raven and the writing desk, we could ask him for the final question what his favorite topic to lecture about is. Surely we have at least a little bit of time.
I think that's a good plan.
So we just need to figure out the second question.
All right, so I gather that we're speaking to the gods still.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're really beefing it.
Uh-oh.
We were thinking ask him about the temple, ask him his favorite lecture topic, and we're coming up with another question. Because we got 3.
3 questions. We could ask, do you know of ways to return to our world? Or our worlds? Well, your worlds. Volta's not going back.
We already did ask, and he basically just said that we already know what we need to do. I suppose I know what I probably need to do, but that doesn't help y'all.
Did we ask what's on the mountain that right didn't I'm sorry, I can't recall if everybody got the notice about or the vision about the mountain that we're supposed to go to, right? Or
Yeah, with the temple in it.
Yeah,
Do we
Celerity has at least told people what they saw.
did we ask about that?
What secrets could we could ask what secrets we could find at that temple.
Yeah, what he knows
Or-
about it?
He's
What he
already
knows about it, so we can be prepared.
He's already kind of told you that he's really uninterested in answering your incessant desires about the temple, so you should segue to another answer.
Oh, I have an idea. Let's ask him what happened to this rebellion?
Yeah.
Pro gamer move. Actually, by the way, you're hot miking, and it sounds like you're trying to do Klamambata.
Yeah, tell you what, would it be possible for me to get out of Forge and still play?
Yeah, I'll just do whatever you need me to do.
No, Matt's playing Marvel vs. Capcom, so I can just switch to mobile and go upstairs.
Yeah, that works, yeah.
Alright, 1 sec.
Okay, I guess we're going to take a 5-minute piss break, because I think everyone probably needs to urinate, right? All right, welcome back, everybody. Okay, we are done with the homie huddle. What 3 questions are we going to ask this godlike being? Actually, not even godlike. He's like an elder god, so he's even higher than a god. He continues to eat his lobster and read random brochures that are strangely pertinent to the situation. What do we want to do?
We should ask who does his hair and if they have a opening in the next millennia.
Hold on. I apparently missed something?
I'm just being silly.
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna do the 3 questions were gonna be about the temple, the mountain, and then the last one was gonna be what his favorite lecture topic was.
We were told out of character, please don't, that this guy seems uninterested in answering questions about the temple, and that we
Okay.
can just
Stop
get on a
asking.
boat and go there.
Yeah, just go to the fucking temple.
Okay.
Stop asking
We
about
don't-
the fucking temple.
Yeah, Ian
Like-
spent like half the bathroom break cracking wise about us delaying our trip to the temple.
Okay.
After this, we are immediately
We just
beelining
barely got done with the quest to save the Empress's dog.
dog
He was
quotes.
very friendly, by the way. He was a very good dog.
He's potty trained.
All right, are we in agreement? Let's ask him in terms of asking him at least one important question. What happened with this rebellion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. What was his name again? Jamal?
Hamal.
Jamal.
Hamal, okay.
I mean, depending
Jamal.
on how you pronounce an H.
Yeah?
It's silent.
Hamal.
Lawful evil.
Oh.
Yes.
I speak
What?
Spanish from Spain.
Oh yeah, or just it doesn't exist. Amal.
Actually, hold on a
Hamal.
second. I can cycle back to one of my favorite jokes of all time. So, as he is eating, several fiends are appearing and reappearing to serve him. I want you to guess what is on the aprons as they serve him.
Are all the aprons the same?
Yeah, they all have the same 3-word phrase on them.
Live, laugh, love.
No, they're not that evil.
Oh shit, that was my guess. I don't know now.
What's the deals or issues?
Fuck, Mary, kill?
You're thinking. You're trucking now.
Shit and die.
No. Kind of weird. The die part, they actually don't know what death is. They're very confused when you see the word die. They're like, huh? I swear to you, you're the last one. Everyone else beefed it.
Yeah, let's ask about that rebellion now.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. All the aprons say "banish the chef" on them.
Instead of kiss the cook.
Yeah, instead of "kiss the cook," it's "banish the chef." As you walk over, interrupting his meal, he shoos away all of the fiends, and they just drop their platters on the ground, which are like roasted person, baby faux gras, like just straight on the ground. He rubs his temples and
Baby
goes,
pate.
"Yeah, baby pate."
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
He rubs his temples and goes,
Is that also...
Huh?
Was the baby pate also Jack?
No, that was me.
Oh.
That was all me. So anyway, Hamal looks at a lot of you and goes, "Oh, these don't make baby like they used to." So, have you come up with your decision? He cracks open a lobster and sucks all of the just guts out of the lobster immediately, and then proceeds on to his next lobster while he waits for your response.
Yeah.
What happened with this here rebellion? And they'll indicate the tombs and shit.
Oh, well, that happened a bit after my time, but let me see. Do you know who probably took notes on this? Pethins. So he's keeping track of this. Hold on a second. He disappears for a moment. He comes
Wait, what?
back. He has a large scythe wound across his chest. He's like, I got his diary. All right. Let's see here. Wow, that's smarts. Ugh. I forgot how good he is at this. God, that stings. Oh, I'll take care of it later.
Celerity really wants to ask, is he mad at me for destroying the statue? But they keep their mouths shut.
Actually, Kamal goes, God, he seems really pissed about something. He'll get over it. So he licks his fingers and starts thumbing through the diary. Oh, here we go. So the Patali rebellion against the ancient regime.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that. Oh wow, they won. It seems they killed 6 of the 6 of the ancient regime. Not bad. Not bad. I didn't make them, so I can't take credit for this, but that Patali has really come on the up and up. Gyarados did a good job. Yeah, they won. And now it seems that they live under some kind of... Oh, God, I hate his handwriting. Hold on a second. He takes out a pair of eyeglasses, which are just like 2 eyes stapled to like a metal brass frame, and puts them on. He leans forward. There's some kind of theocracy now. They believe in that everything is handed down by the divines. Labor is only given by gods. Labor strikes are heresy because they go against God's will. Oh, that's rather odd. Not how I would have done it, but seems they're doing all right. Do you want any more elaboration? There's a lot of notes in here. He starts thumbing through them. And he goes, so that's what he was doing on that Saturday evening. I knew it! Can't keep secrets from me.
It's interesting that they won, but are seemingly still ruled by members of the ancient regime.
Oh, no, they're not. It's a new god. Seems he came and bailed them out or something. That's what it looks like. Yeah, there's a new one. This gets rather complicated. So it's a singular entity, but it manifests as numerous slivers who are known as the premiers. There's 12 premiers, which the Patali dedicate themselves to. They organize their entire existence around unions? Huh. Well, that's rather odd. Well, I suppose that works. They seem to be doing quite fine. Good amount of territory. They've eliminated poverty.
Wait,
Not
so
bad.
I'm confused. So there are the 3 members of the ancient regime, including Empress Genevieve. So do they not rule them anymore? Is that what he's saying?
Yeah. He's saying that they adopted a new god, and apparently that new god helped deliver them from the ancient regime.
Okay, so what? I guess, yeah, a DM question, because it's been a while. So what role do we get the sense that the ancient regime, quote unquote, plays now? Are they just like any other well-off citizens?
They executed them all. He told you that at the beginning. They killed all of the ancient regime, all 6 of them, which should give you some pause because 3 of them are here.
Yeah, that's
what I thought.
what's giving me pause. That's where I'm confused.
You may roll Arcana, or if you like, perhaps you can ask Hamal to elaborate a bit further and maybe butter him up, and he might tell you a little bit more for a freebie.
Oh, let's try this. Slurge is gonna say, well, I mean, I think either you're not reading that right or you're just really misinformed, because 3 of them are still, kicking around. We just met Empress Genevieve.
He looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and slaps his head on his forehead and goes, "Oh, yes, of course, we're in fell turn. Uh, Whenever something is taken from the prime material and dragged to this realm, the memory of it is lost in the prime material. There's 9 members of the ancient regime. It seems they only got rid of 6 of the 9.
So they really didn't win.
Well, they've been trapped here for 812 years. Sounds like a win to me.
Oh, okay. So and this is Luan as a player asking to be clear. It seems like maybe the win was Genevieve in the other 2, Parsifal and the third one were more like gods, and now they've been knocked down from like gods to king, essentially.
Yeah, I'd say that they've. You might have heard this before, but I'm a thing of the first degree. And the gods below me are things of the second degree. And the ones below them are things of the third degree. I believe the regime has been knocked down from 2 to 3. At least here. As far as I can kind of sniff the air a little bit. Yeah, definitely third degree kind of going on here. Smells a little rank.
Huh.
Well, is that all you have to ask about the ancient regime? I really have to bring this book back. He's probably going to chop me in half. He's done it before.
I hope that won't be necessary.
It's not really about necessity. It's really about a matter of principle when it comes to this guy. But all right, is there anything else? I really need to bring this book back. I'll be right back. I swear to you.
Oh.
All right, one moment. He disappears. Half of him comes back. It's just his top half of his body breathing in agony. Oh God, I forgot how fast he is with that thing. Oh God, where are my legs? How?
Does
You
he
see
like
him?
actively have? Is he like actively bleeding or?
Yeah, organs are slouging out of his torso, and he's bleeding everywhere. And he goes, "Oh God, that smarts. You never get used to it. He somehow always cuts you different each time." All of
I
a
think
sudden,
just out of instinct, forgetting this is a god slayer, he's gonna use elementalism to beckon
Yeah.
fire and try to cauterize the wound.
ow, no, don't do that. The last time I did that, I didn't have use of half of my kidneys and my pancreas for years.
Oh.
Don't worry, the legs will come back soon. So anyway, carry on. It looks like it hurts, but really, I'm just being a prima donna. I'm a sucker for theater. I picked up too many things from Fallen Mouth. So anyways, what are your other 2 questions? He slowly starts to scoop his organs back into the bottom of his torso.
I look over to Marta. Does she still seem interested in this?
Marta has lost interest. This guy's a little disgusting. And her face shows it. I don't have any other questions.
His stomach is split open, and you see him go, "Oh, cool, seconds," and he just starts eating the contents of his stomach again. Carry on.
Lord.
He looks at you when he says that and says, "Lord Hamal." Put respect on that name.
All right, Lord Amal. I mean, I would like to ask about what do you know about Genevieve, Parsifal, and the other 2, if my friends are amenable to that question.
I certainly am.
Yes.
Yes, me too.
He gives you a very rich smile and says, "I'm not going to pony that one up. It's what Fallenbaugh calls sticking to the bait. Ask something else."
All right. Out of
Oh, so you
character.
promised us 3 honest answers and you're not gonna answer this?
Well, yeah, if I have to answer, really. And I don't feel like answering honestly on that one. So pick something else.
Out of character. I'm sorry. I'm already blanking on what our next question was going to be.
Check notes. You know, I could come back at a later date if you want. Do you want to maybe stow those questions for later? I am still waiting on my legs.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's
since
shake
you
on
told
it.
us barely anything. Let's go.
He extends out his hand. Who's going to shake on it?
Can you
I
I
will.
is gonna. What?
Oh, I'm sorry, Ian. I'm sorry. Your mic has been a little fuzzy tonight. Can you repeat what you just said, please?
Who wants to shake on it?
Sky will take a deep breath and extend a hand.
Smart. So he extends out his hand. He shakes it firmly and goes, "A deal's a deal." And then, uh-oh, Doc. Everyone give me a dexterity saving throw. And I will do it for you, Sky. God damn, you got a fucking 21.
Lovely.
Poor Volta. So, Volta, as you are thinking, oh, thank goodness we no longer have to deal with this, Hamal's legs just like slam on top of you and explode into viscera.
Oh my god.
It's in my mouth!
I use Beckon water to try and help wash her off.
You see Hamal looking, go, a cantrip's not going to wash that one out, buddy.
She'll,
Out of instinct, celerity just flicks the water back out, and out of annoyance, and then I think as they do it, remember, oh fuck, wait, this is a god.
Hamal looks at...
Well, I will say he's the god of consequence. There's a consequence for being sassy.
That is true. Except Volta wasn't being sassy. So maybe Marta is going to get her comeuppance later. We'll find out. So anyway, Hamal simply points at Volta, cleans her off, and then begins to slowly scoop his legs into some kind of dirty sack and goes, "We'll speak later. Now, a lot of you are going somewhere, some temple to the north. You keep talking about it incessantly. Would you like a shortcut?"
Oh, yes.
As long as we can take the boat on the shortcut.
You'll get to the boat eventually. I can't promise that, but I can at least get you halfway there. How's that sound? A fair shake? He gives you a really big, disturbingly saccharine grin as he says this.
Can I insight check whether or not he thinks this will impact our safety? Or thinking about that at all?
DC 22 intelligence saving throw. I swear to God, if you get a nat 20, just
What
like
did I
someone.
roll?
Oh, I have to roll for you. Let's see here. You got a 16. You're going to take 46 psychic damage again. And you have no idea.
Okay.
19, 8. I'm going to give you 8 again. Subtract it from your sheet. It's like that scene from the Flash CW where it's like, "Do you trust me with every fiber of my being?" That's you right now. You're like, yeah, that checks out. Like, you feel a little tickle in the back of your skull as you think that.
Okay.
Anyone else want to take Hamal's bargain?
I think celerity has a high enough wisdom to
Intelligence.
maybe be distrustful about it. Oh, to be clear, they're not trying to scrutinize this. They're just... The situation is there is a big lawful evil dude offering us a deal.
Hamal looks at you.
Sketchy.
Hamal looks at you and says, I swear on Pethins. And remember, this guy just chopped me in half. I'll just get you halfway there. Sound good?
I assume there's a catch.
There is no catch, but you'll have to do something before you get to the boat. I'll leave it at that. Deal? Look, as a gesture
Look
of
at the
good
rest of
faith,
the party.
as a gesture of good faith, he points at the lot of you and says, be well. You all get the benefits of a long rest instantaneously.
Sky is on board, but does not feel so strongly about this that, like, if somebody's uncomfortable, we have to do it.
Yeah, celerity will go along if other people think this is a good idea. I think again probably because this is a
Hamal
weird god thing, they're probably looking for a paladin to
Hamal looks at the lot of you and says, there's too much dithering. The proof is in the pudding. Snaps his finger, and the four of you disappear. You find yourselves on a large marble walkway filled with emerald gemstones, and you can see a sign on the right that says north to the quay towards the Isle of the Coeem, and you can see that he was on the up and up. Seems he got you halfway there.
Okay.
Alright. Is there a place to put the boat?
Well, your boat, remember, folds up into a tiny little box. You just have the box
Oh yeah,
attached.
I know. Yeah, I guess
Okay.
to clarify, is there like a body of water we can put the boat in and then sail the rest of the way, or
No,
more
but
walking?
you do remember that he told you that you were going to have to do something first before you got to use the boat.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
You're about to find out. So, are we going to proceed north? Does anyone want to make any kind of checks or anything, or are we just going to chart our path north?
I guess survival check to just make sure we know where we are, and two, I don't know, see if there's anything weird like. Yeah, just survival check.
All right.
Sky wants to make an investigation check just for a basic. Is everything what it seems?
Yeah, getting a lay of the land.
All right, let's do your investigation check. That is a 25. Celerity and Sky have did we just become best friends moment when they both realize that the path seems to be relatively untraveled on this road. It looks like people don't take this route very often. There's no trace of any dust or moats or tracks or anything of that nature. With your investigation check, you see that these surrounding woods are not trapped or anything, but you do notice through the faint glint of the fog and in the environment, you can see in the distance an enormous mountain peak rising due to the north. So it seems you are going in the right direction. And both Sky and Celerity realize that.
Okay.
All right. Are we going to simply proceed north?
I like that idea.
Yep.
The gang proceeds north. As you make your way north, you hear in the distance, almost immediately, no perception check required, the sound of screams and torment and like some kind of large object falling to its side with a sickening crack and a boom, and you hear people begging for release, and then silence and a large rumbling sound. And you can feel that the ground faintly quakes beneath your feet. What would we like to do?
Celerity is already running towards that.
Okay, what is everyone else going to do? Are we going to follow moral oral?
Marta's gonna follow, but still kind of stay back at a safe distance.
I will follow.
Volta?
I will follow as well.
All right, let's load up the next map. As soon as it loads, it'll probably take a million fucking years.
Do, 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 do,
And
do.
it's time for me to do another one, so I'll be back.
All right, sure. I have to wait for the map to load anyway. All right, I'll give the narration while we do this. Ahead of the party, you can see a large, overturned, multi-story stagecoach. Various material goods lying strewn across the landscape. You can see the earth has been overturned and large burrows seem to have been formed to the ground, like sinkholes. Over on the other side, you see a kind of lanky reptilian creature dressed in a very gaudy, excessively loud outfit look to the rest of the party and kind of yell, "You fools! Get to the high ground, quickly, quickly!" What are we going to do?
Let me get a look at this map. He said high ground.
Yes, you can see he is upon rocks right now, so you should probably follow his advice.
Marta does follow that advice and scrambles pretty quickly to high ground.
So right over here?
So
Yeah.
yeah, whatever high ground is closest in celerity will help less athletically inclined party members with their scrambling if need be.
That would be
Scrambly
me.
scramble.
You climb to the top of the rock, and a little bit to your northwest, emerging from the ground, you see an enormous tentacled creature with a lampreyed mouth and a 4 quadrupedal maw emerge from the ground with a horrifying streak. It screams outward, and its shrill call deafens your ears for a brief moment. Everyone roll initiative.
Alright, who's got the elephant gun? This seems like a perfect situation for it.
I believe it was last in Sky's possession, but I'm not sure.
That is correct. You were actually the
How
last
did
one with
that
it.
roll so low with so many bonuses?
This is just the power of Luan.
Yeah. I think that was a nat 1. Yeah, it was. Yep.
You can spend an inspiration, you know. No, you got an 18.
I got a 12.
Oh. Oh, wow, you did that one. That is terrible. You can re-roll that with inspo, you know.
Do you want the Neolithic
E-
to go first?
Yeah. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah, you don't want that giant fucking thing to go first. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah, let's try again.
Oh, let me roll Quark.
I can't. Okay, there's no advantage button, so I'll just roll again.
I can delete you
Okay.
and then set you to roll again and then go over and roll it again. There. Now you
Okay,
can do it again.
let me know when I can roll again.
You can roll again.
Okay.
Oh, right.
That's better.
Right below the
Hopefully
Neothel.
Well, the same. Who has the higher dex?
What's your dex?
My dex is +5.
Its is -2, but it has a higher modifier. So let me just... I will make it go second. There we go. So you beat the Neothel. You definitely want that to happen, trust me. That's not good. Neothel going first is not good. Alright, since we have to wait for Lilith to come back to roll her sheet, I'm going to take a quick break to use the privy. Alright, gang, we'll go back. I'm just going to roll for Volta. Fuck it. Alright, god damn it, Volta goes first. Oh my god.
Can I play Volta?
No. So, Volta is going to just do Volta things. She's gonna smite because that's all she knows how to do.
5th level smite.
Gonna do. Let me just slap 2 fucking smites on this really fast. It's gonna hit 2 hits on this Neothelid. and a 20, got a 19 and a 21. I think that exactly hits. Yep. Well, this Neothod's about to have a very bad day. Okay, we're going to dump 2 Divine Smites on this fucking bad boy. Second level. It's going to be 11. Do this fucking shit again. Going to be 4. Are you kidding me? Alright, so 15 Radiant. Let me just apply all of this to the Neothod. Apply.
Did I by chance use Holy Weapon?
There we go. Alright, so do you want to do your turn now that you're back?
Yeah.
Okay, I will restore all of your spell slots.
Thank you.
Keep
Well,
the rolls though,
Yeah, we're going to keep your rolls here. So,
because they were good.
yeah, you actually hit on both strikes. So I restored your
I
spell
was gonna
slots.
Okay, I'm going to use Yaksha's Bane. So I guess we're adding 2 damage to each of to the regular weapon attacks.
Okay. Alright, so plus 2 damage, so plus 4. So we're going to do a 20 and a 13. Alright, you want to re-roll the... You want to re-roll those smite damages so you actually might get a better number? Because I kind of beeped it on 2 of them.
Sure.
You got to click on their formula. They ruined how things got calculated, and I have to fix it. Super fucking obnoxious. Alright, 11 Radiant.
Yep. And my regular weapon damage will count as Radiant. Because I'm doing Holy Weapon, so it's glowing and Holy Majesty.
Got it. Is this like vulnerable to Radiant? Let's find out. Nope. Alright, carry on. And for your second smite?
Is this one also at 2nd level when you casted it?
Yeah. So you can just click it again and do
I
it again.
basically did everything you did. You're just giving me the chance to do damage.
You did vaguely better than I did. Alright, you dumped a lot of chunks into it. Not doing too hot right now. The creature recoils back. Blood flows out of its open wounds, and I want you to give me an awareness check. I mean perception. Perception. Too much Vampire the Masquerade. Perception. You may do so at advantage. Oh my god. Yeah, you don't know Bupkis. So anyway, is that all you want to do, Volta?
That was my actions. That would technically be my bonus action going by the regular rules, but we know you just want me to do it as part of the attack.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything else?
Right? Or do you want the Divine Smite to be bonus action again?
No, it's no action required.
So it's not looking good right now, you say?
You did a decent chunk of change to it.
Is anybody wounded?
No, everyone's actually fine.
Okay. Then I guess I will leave it at that since nobody needs the healing.
Okay. Celerity. For now. Yeah, that's actually correct. Celerity. It's your turn.
Cool. Well, I think this may be the only combat this session. So I'm gonna. This probably isn't needed, but I'm gonna activate. Celerity is gonna activate their Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Okay, plus 15 range. You're within range. Go ahead.
Yeah. So now my range is 30 feet.
Okay.
To punch. So I think Celerity is gonna get out of this clump. Like maybe like into this tree over here. Or actually, Slur's gonna get to this rock over here. Yeah, just so we're not all clumped in one place. And punch it twice.
All right, go ahead. Give me those rolls.
Oh, wait, I have a DM. What's that? That's never good when Ian DMs you in the middle of battle. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. That's what I was gonna do anyway. Yeah, let's use the fucking elemental thing. Let's use fire. Burn this shit. Yeah, and because of what the fuck do you call it? The surprise attack thing, bugbear.
Because you go before it, you
each
get
of
a
these
2d6 each attack.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Alrighty.
I'll add that
Punch
damage.
time.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah. Roll, bitch.
The first is a miss.
Is there any way to get advantage? I don't think
Oh,
so.
wow, what a surprise. You have advantage. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Thank you.
Oh, God,
That's
you barely did it. All right. So I'm applying its base damage, and it's going to make its DC save. Wow, not one. Not good.
I push it 10 feet back.
The creature moves 10 feet to the
It's
ground.
stunning strike.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so go ahead. You can punch it again.
Great. And then 2d6. I'll add the 2d6 and still advantage?
Yes.
Interesting that it rolled literally exactly the same. Okay, that.
This is hilarious.
Inspiration.
Okay,
Inspiration. Let's do it again.
I'm gonna make another. I passed on that one. So add your 4d6 damage. Oh, you're gonna do bonus action flurry of blows.
Let's do it. Dos mas.
Well, congrats! You actually triggered its special ability. So
Oh no.
you start just clobbering away at the midsection of this creature, socking it in the face a couple of times, and you see a kind
From
of
25 feet away.
Yeah, I know, from 25 feet away. Doesn't really matter for a reason you're about to find out. So you start clobbering away at this thing, and you hit a weak point in its kind of underbelly, and it splits open, and you see that the thing that this entire wagon was carrying was high explosives, which then begin to detonate. The Neothelid explodes in a furious fireball, which envelops the entire area. I need everyone to give me a DC 16 saving throw or take 35 fire damage. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, I will roll for Sky.
Thank
Do
you.
I take half damage?
What the fuck, am I got a net 22? Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be really bad. Well, actually, I think you barely did it. Sky barely does it. So it erupts in a furious explosion, which blinds everyone. And as you are blinded, your vision clears. And you find yourselves in front of a large mountain pass. Ahead of you, a faint filigreed door in a kind of elven style. Let me see here. You can see a shore of a mire of stones and boulders thinly hugging the outer recesses of an enormous mountain range. And as you can look up, you can see the immense slopes of a mountain rising up solitarily from a very large sea. To your south, you can see the remnants of a broken bridge with molten confines. And ahead of you, a singular door, a silver brazier propped to the right of the door. What would we like to do? Oh, there's a small envelope in front of the party in Infernal that is neatly folded.
What was that?
There is a small envelope addressed to the party in Infernal in front of the lot of you.
Oh. Well, unless anyone else feels strongly, Sky will just reach for it.
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it. Yeah, go ahead.
Or wait, Celerity's Eldritch Claw tattoo is still activated. If Sky will let them go open it from a
yeah.
distance.
Go nuts. That's better.
It opens and
Okay.
it says in Infernal, "My bad. Sincerely, Haval."
Great. Is the brazier lit?
No. What would we like to do next? Oh, you can see that there's no trees
Use-
or anything around here.
Gotcha. If no one stops them, Celerity is gonna use elementalism to light a fire in the brazier.
Great.
The fire does not light.
Ooh.
Oh, there's actually there is a phrase above the door in Infernal, which I will post in the general chat.
Does this look like the temple from Celerity and I's visions?
Everyone does the Spider-Man pointing meme where it's like, "Hey, it's the fucking temple." Yeah, that's exactly. This is the temple. This is exactly what you saw in your
Cool.
visions.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I leave.
So anyway, in front of the door, actually it is in deep speech. I think only one of you speaks deep speech, right? I think it's only Celerity.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, so Celerity in deep speech on the front of the door, it says, "No man may enter this place."
No what?
Not me.
No man may enter this place.
Sky is going to take a moment and alter self.
Okay. That's exactly it. Like,
What?
does anyone? It's Miss Piggy destroying a Nazgul. So anyway, very choice preference. So, does anyone wish to scrutinize the brazier, perhaps? And aside from the
I just saw the image. That's amazing.
also, there's a deep speech thing over the top of the temple, which only Celerity can read. Just gonna throw that out there. Maybe Celerity should tell people what it says.
No man may enter this place.
Cool. Sky is in
They
woman
said
form
nothing
now.
about a woman.
Marta is all woman. Oh.
Underneath it says in deep speech subtext, also no tryhards.
Also, no tryhards.
Also, no
This
Matthew
door
McConaughey in
does
person.
not discriminate against trans women.
The door says, "No, I do not." Like,
Good.
very firm about the no man thing here. So anyway, there's a brazier. Do we wish to examine the brazier?
Yes.
Okay, there's an incantation in it in Sylvan after you kind of dust it aside and look at it. Does anyone speak fucking Sylvan? Let's see. Sylvan. I think only one of you gabagools.
Really no.
Okay. Holy shit, is this the one language no one fucking knows? Never mind, Sky knows
Might
Sylvan.
be. Oh gosh. Okay. Yay. All right. Sky is gonna read it out. When he finds it.
Oh wow, you found it. I PM'd it to you.
Great.
Oh, yeah, ready for yourself? All right.
Warmth, that door of kindness. Open yourself to us.
You are also welcome to roll Arcana on the brazier.
Great, will do.
Yes,
And
Sky, or... Wait,
I
why
will-
am I asking? I don't have Arcana.
I'm going to give you advantage on that. Oh, thank God. So, Sky, you note a very firm hold of abjuration magic on the brazier. You reach the conclusion that it dispels any magic used on it, and you realize that these tricky fucks want you to light the fire by hand, not using magic.
Oh, okay.
There-
Sky will relay that to the party and start fishing around her pack for, flint.
There are a few discarded pieces of kind of sea wood that have fallen upon the shore and slowly dried out. You collect them, place them in there. Someone give me a survival check, and we can get this show
Gotcha.
on the road.
All right.
Thank God. Celerity lights the fire, and the door opens. And you hear a voice say in deep speech, "Be welcome." And it says it exactly like that, extremely weird and menacing.
Be welcome. Is what that thing said.
Be welcome?
Yeah, except in deep speech, it's like. Yeah, sorry guys, this accent was weird. It took me a while to parse it. Beyond the door, you can see a tunnel that extends deep into the mountain. The floor of the tunnel is a scale pattern like that of a snake with finely placed tiles the color of jade. The walls are a delicate blue like the sky on a cloudless day with a pattern like interlocking feathers. The ceiling mimics the floor pattern. Sconces line the walls in pairs that extend about every 15 feet in the shape of various animals. And as far as you can see, none of them repeat. So it's like rabbit, penguin, orca, whale, jaguar, peacock, and it keeps going into and into and into until eventually you can't really make anything out because of how deep the tunnel extends into the area. What would we like to do?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, do we
Sky
need the
will
boat
attempt
yet?
one more. Wait, what?
Do we need the boat yet?
No, I skipped the entire sailing here segment just so we can actually get to the temple. Because otherwise it would have taken too long. I'm actually on a bit of a time crunch. When the pizza gets here, I have to cut it out. So I figured I may as well wet your whistles. We can do the boat segment on when you leave. That'll be fine.
Okay. Alright, Celerity just powers through. They're desperate to see their family. They think this is the way to do it.
You enter into the temple walls, and do you wear shoes?
Celerity does not.
When you place your feet upon the floor of the tunnel, it is faintly warm. A kind of pale reptilian warmth, like it's been soaking in the sun, but it's not quite hot yet.
Oh god, they built a temple just on top of Dilbert. No.
Tilbert, no, my king.
Well, if
Also-
it's warm, that means it's alive. So,
All right, so Celerity,
Yeah.
you're going to step into the tunnel, right? Does anything happen to you?
yes.
No. Sky, are we going to step into the temple?
Yep.
Nothing happens. Marta, are we going to step into the temple?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. Volta, are we going to step into the temple? Hopefully she's actually back. But I think she's still out. Well,
No, I'm back.
all right, perfect. Are you going to step into the temple?
Yes.
Nothing happens. The door is not British. Just flunk it. As you walk past, a deep speech voice goes, "Respect yourself, Queen," and then just goes silent. So now everyone knows that the door is not a turf. We all enter into the building. Hey, I said that these were an enlightened people. Okay, so you make your way down the corridor, which runs roughly about 1,000 feet. You eventually find yourselves in a large 100-foot wide cylinder. Plumes of magma descend from the side of the chamber, which seems to extend about 2,000 to 3,000 feet up. You can't even see the top of it because a large contingency of fog seems to have settled into the area and hidden what is above you. From what you can make out, though, You can see that the walls of this the cylinder mimic the snakeskin pattern of the floors, and that there are various arches and doorways that jut off from the elevator, roughly 100 to 200 feet apart, that go up. You can only make out two from here, and each of them has a strange motif on the edges of each of the walls and doors. One of the doors is covered in images of dogs that do not repeat. Every dog is different. And the one above that, about 200 feet up, is cats, just images of cats, and none of them repeat. You can see that there seems to be no buttons and nothing, except on the floor of the small disc that you are on right now. It shows you the following sounds in deep speech, and I'm going to have to send someone the weirdest list they are ever going to see. So I hope you're ready.
Okay.
Well, only one person knows deep speech, and it is Celerity. So let's see.
Celerity is just to save time actively translating everything.
Hold on a second, I have to God damn it, scrolled way up on the list and I don't want it to do it.
These aren't... Okay. You've presented an interesting challenge. Ruff. How? And what does chitness growl mean?
Yeah, you're going to find out when you get to the top of the elevator what that means, but are you going to try to mimic a chitinous growl?
Well, chitin is... chitin is the thing on the bug. I guess. I don't... My throat kind of hurts. I don't know if I can do that.
I'm just going to say you do it. You make all of the sounds in succession, and the elevator begins to rise. You see yourself move past a half-domed room with neat stacks of thick lead rings along with bars of steel. You see large bands of iron with weights on the end of them, ropes and other objects hanging on the wall. This room is covered in depictions of dogs. The second is covered in depictions of cats. It shows a half-domed room with wooden boughs spaced apart dotting the other side of the room. They're 4 feet wide and 6 feet long, with divots carved into the center of each mass. You see quilts neatly folded upon each of them. It seems to be a dormitory. The next one, you see a variety of lions. Above it, there's a single word in deep speech. And you can see a faint magical glow. The next, you see depictions of... The next, you see depictions of nightingales. You can see a large semicircular room that ends in a smaller semicircle surrounded by seats. You reach the conclusion that this is a theater. You get to the fifth room. You see a large series of stone blocks separated from one another with various hoops and bars. Seems to be something for acrobatics. And you finally arrive at the top floor.
Number 3 over there. So the other men's house.
Well, it worked. There's one of you the doctor, so no problem.
A little with your hot miking. There we go. You arrive at the sixth, which has a solitary doorway, a brass door with a simple latch lock on it, and arcing over the doorway in resplendent detail is a depiction of a displacer beast. And you can see a faint arc of frost over the door. And this is where the elevator stops. What would you like to do?
I want to pet the displacer beast.
Are you going to get off the elevator and go touch it?
Yep, using the extendo arms.
You touch a displacer beast, and all you hear is a kind of slurpy, chitinous growl. Gross. Yeah, kind of like that. A little froggy, a little bit. What would we like to do, gang?
I'm gonna pet it instead of just touching it.
It is a mosaic of a displacer beast. It's not an actual displacer beast.
I know.
You're going to
No, I
continue
think
to...
your instinct is right.
You continue to pet it, and you see the mosaic begin to move, and it slips past the doorway into the area beyond, and now the mosaic is gone.
Let's follow it. That sound good?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, here, give me a second. I have to wait for this next map to actually load. All right. Oh, actually, there's one little thing above the door in deep speech. And I sent it to you.
Warm, Warren.
What?
Warm as WORM. Warren.
Huh.
WARREN.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is my speech therapy days are coming back to haunt me. I can't say these two words together, apparently.
It's like rural juror. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
So anyway, are we going to open the door and enter the Worm Warren?
Yep.
Yes, I think Celerity is gonna do the 30-foot, utilize that 30-foot reach.
You open the door.
Yes.
You open the door, and beyond, you see a staircase descending into a jade and kind of golden flinted pit, which falls deep into the ground and is lined by jewels and marvelous minerals. You can't actually see what's at the bottom of it, because the staircase goes faintly up, but you can see the lip of the other side of it. What would you like to do? Here, give me. All right. So you see before you a large jade and obsidian pit. What would you like to do?
Is that a pit?
Yeah, it's huge. Let me just actually check this. It is about 80 feet wide.
Can we make any sort of guess at how deep it might be?
Based on the angle and everything, it seems to be about 100 feet deep. So 80 feet wide, 100 feet deep.
Huh.
You said Celerity can get that walk on wall shit, or
Wait, you're just gonna jump into the fucking pit?
yeah, Celerity's gonna Naruto run down the side of the pit.
So when you Naruto
and take with them whoever wants a piggyback ride.
So who's a bad enough dude to go along with this ridiculous plan?
Why don't you just shout back up to us once you're down there? Do you think we'd be able to hear?
Yeah, there's good acoustics in this room. All right, so who's going with? Once, twice, 3 times? Who's going with?
Wait, what?
Okay, so Celerity, you're gonna run into the pit?
Yep.
Okay. Let's just do that. So, Celerity, as you begin to approach,
Oh my god.
as you begin to approach the side of the pit, and you start monk rolling your way down there, you see coiled at the bottom this enormous coiled creature with lavender, lilac, and purple colored scales sleeping soundly. As you enter into its array, it awakens and begins to rise from the pit. You can hear the kind of bellows from the interior of its body as it sends out a series of high-pitched, thunderous clicks, as if somehow trying to echolocate. You can see that it has no
Stay
eyes.
still.
The creature rises to the top of its haunches. It is about 40 feet wide, and you can't see the bottom of it within this pit.
One sec. Yeah.
Can I stand here and you can tell me?
Okay, so it rises from the top of it. You can see grooves worn into its scales and whatnot. It rises to the top of its haunches. The scales begin to adjust, and you see a thick, viscous fluid, a kind of virulent yellow, begin to roll down its scales in thick streams. And it presses its body against the side of the pit, scoops you up, and slowly deposits you right down there at the center. And then it falls forward, its mouth faintly agape, and several tendrils, 4 of them, slide forward and come towards the front of each of you. What would you like to do?
Walk forward.
Yeah.
Do you
I-
grab
I-
one of the tendrils?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a yes from Marta, a yes from Celerity, Sky and Volta.
yeah.
Volta, was that a yes?
It just wants to eat you.
What was that?
What if it just wants to eat you?
It could have
It
just.
could have easily done that when I was in the pit.
Right.
You see the tendril that's in front of Volta kind of flop around, like, do you mind?
I'm gonna try to sense, like, insight check that if I can, just to kind of
Oh, here's its creature type.
do what?
I sent you its creature type.
Oh, there's a holy creature.
The tendril slides ever so closely to you and curls upwards as if inviting you to touch it.
Well, I'm thrusting you all on this, and I'll gently grasp it.
The 4 of you all experience the same vision at once. You see a cadre, roughly 20 individuals lined up in a kind of diamond formation. The 4 of you at the center. They're tall, probably around 6 to 7 feet tall, lanky and thin, and they are covered in robes that seem to be made out of woven bird feathers with silk and strand. They look out at the lot of you, and then rising behind them approaches the creature you once saw before you. It leans forward, but now its mouth makes sound. Good tidings. The years have been long, so please be quick with your kindness. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? And that is what we're going to end on for today.